Hey guys, how's it going? Kripp'S here. Today I want to give you guys, it is a talking video, and I want to talk about the future of the stream, this channel, and what's coming up as it relates to Diablo 4. Now, Diablo 4, we're going to be playing it in no time, and I personally am going to be playing it a lot. Now, I have made a few Diablo 4 videos, and I've done that because I've followed the Diablo genre for a really long time. I've been playing at any chance I have been given to play Diablo 4, so I'm pretty knowledgeable with the game. I've taken an insane amount of time to really try to exhaustively understand the different mechanics and come up with strategies and builds, which I will soon share with you guys on this channel and on the stream. But yeah, Diablo 3 was a pretty big thing for me. It's actually been over 11 years since I started streaming, and 13 or so now on YouTube. And streaming certainly started because of Diablo 3 and quickly moved on to other games. But nevertheless, I've been a lifelong Diablo fan. I've been playing Diablo 2 on and off since it came out. Even made mods for it and all that. I played Diablo 1, a very old day, trying to level my sorcerer. I've been there, okay? So it's time for Diablo 4, and it is a pretty exciting moment for me. And I do have some things I'd like to do in the game. So first off, yes, in the big, Diablo 4 video going over all the different experiences in the first chance we got to play in that early access beta, I gave the game a 6. Now, since that time, Blizzard has basically nerfed all of our characters. And that might seem like a bad thing, but honestly, it was a state of the game where I felt things were significantly out of balance, and honestly, I didn't expect they would really do anything about it. Even though I knew I'd have a lot of fun kind of theory crafting how to best tackle the game, I didn't expect the game to actually have, much of an appeal after the first week or two, because yeah, everything was just way out of whack. Their nerfs have been pretty good. You know what? I have spent so many hours theory crafting builds, and I've simulated builds, and all the good builds I simulate are kind of within 30% of each other, which is astounding. So my original 6 out of 10, well, I have to upgrade that. Maybe we'll give them an 8 or something for now. But the idea is that they have actually done a few extra passes of balance changes in the short window between the early access beta and when the game is going to come out. And possibly even more changes are headed our way when the game comes out. So I'm pretty excited to play, and I will be playing. I will be streaming Diablo 4. I'll start with an all-nighter, probably, hopefully, and stream most of every day for a week or two, depending on how it goes, how much fun I'm having, how I can keep up with it, because, well, 11 years in streaming, I have a few more responsibilities to take care of, unfortunately, but sometimes we can get some of that stuff done ahead of time. I am not playing hardcore. I know they announced a first 1,000 players to hit level 100 in hardcore, get whatever. Honestly, playing Path of Exile and ARPGs in the last decade has taught me that hardcore is pretty fun if it's what you do all day. And it's pretty fun if it's tackled in a fair way. As far as Diablo 4 is concerned, it might actually be tackled in a fair way eventually. On launch, we have characters like the Sorcerer with a cheat death ability, and you can just log out at any time to save your character. So players basically are going to run scripts where if their character has cheat death procs, they log out of the game. And you don't have to play Sorcerer, you can actually get cheat death on an elixir. You can have cheat death on every character. So hardcore in Diablo 4, I'm not even going to get into all the other issues. Hardcore in Diablo 4 is not quite what you might be imagining. The way that I perceive hardcore in Diablo 4 is it's softcore with extra steps. It's softcore with annoying stuff in the mix. And sure, they can label it hardcore, and it can be the new definition of hardcore, but honestly, I just want to play a character. I want to have fun. I don't want to worry about dying, even though I'm definitely going to make a really tanky character. Who knows, maybe I won't even die at all. But I just don't want to deal with that. I want to enjoy myself. And that's how I think I will approach it this time around. And honestly, I think you guys should do the same. Just play what you want. Now, I am also going to play mostly by myself. And I say mostly because I do plan to play like solo. I don't want to do the crazy like a group play and all that. And just to clarify, group play in Diablo IV, I guarantee you, will make the game so much easier. There is no chance that the first players to level 100 are going to be solo characters. There's no chance that the most difficult content is first going to be tackled by solo players. Okay, this is not going to happen. Group play is absurd in Diablo 4, and you can see that evidently from some of the skills and bonuses. For example, you can make a character like a rogue entirely do crazy amounts of poison damage. And then you can take a druid with one of their abilities, you can take the total poison damage on the target and do like, I think it's like 70% of it per hit. You know, the cross synergy with damage, survivability, crowd control, possibly even the stagger mechanics on bosses is going to trivialize the content in ways that a solo player cannot possibly come close to. So why do I want to play by myself? Well, honestly, I've played Path of Exile a lot in this last decade, and I've kind of learned that I just kind of like playing by myself, chilling out. I like the idea that I can only really use what drops on the ground. It's much more focused on the actual gameplay, and honestly, I'm at a point in my life where I don't feel I really have that much to prove. So I'm just going to do things my way. I'm going to do things that I find the most fun, and again, maybe that's something you guys would also like to adapt. I did say mostly by myself, because even though I don't plan to do like crazy group play or something, well, in some cases with like world bosses, yeah, you don't really have a choice. You show up there and you have to do it with the other players. It's still an open world environment. I don't plan to engage in the trading systems. Honestly, I hate trading. And I hate trading even more that I'm a streamer, because I always have to think at the back of my mind, am I getting this trade because I'm a streamer? Is this guy basically donating stuff to me? You know, it's a lot of stuff that I don't really want to deal with. I also just don't really like trading in general, I have learned over these years. I also think that I might play with a friend every now and then, particularly, well, Rania, my wife. She's also has some interest in playing Diablo 4, so maybe we'll do a few dungeons together. You know, I don't want to restrict myself entirely, but the idea is that I don't really want to push the envelope in like organized group play, because I don't think I would personally enjoy it that much, and also I think it would really remove some of the challenge of just going from the ground up and building a cool character on your own. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on that. Even though, again, Diablo 4 is much more of a group game. In terms of content, I don't know. You know what? Diablo 4 might be the best game ever. Or it might not. I don't know. I really don't know. I do plan to play it quite a lot. I do know that they will have seasons, so we don't know exactly how impactful those will be to the game, but that is certainly a good gameplay content cycle. I do plan to play at least the first few seasons and see how much I enjoy myself. There is a chance that this channel will have a lot more Diablo videos, a lot more Diablo content. There is a chance that whenever you tune into the stream, you will be seeing Kripp playing Diablo 4 instead of Battlegrounds. Though I don't have any plan to like outright quit Battlegrounds, because honestly, on one hand, I don't know how much fun I'll have. I don't know the longevity of it. Even as good of a game as Path of Exile is as an ARPG, it's not a game I really want to play full time, even though I obsessively play when there's new League content. Well, I don't play it year round, right? I feel like most likely that's where I'll end up with Diablo 4, but who knows? And I do also weigh in the videos, how they do, and the engagement that you guys give to them. So if you guys really like Diablo 4 videos when one comes up, well, you can let me know about it. You can watch it, share with your friends, you can send a comment, that. You know, I try to have a look, I try to notice, and I think I do have a pretty good pulse where you guys are, and I do want to factor that in as well. So that's where I'm at, and for the short term, yes, I will have build guides, okay? There are a number of videos that I'm going to make. Just to give you guys a heads up, I'm going to kick it off with a video coming soon about building a character in Diablo 4. There are a lot of interesting aspects that I think most people have not considered, so I want to tackle that. I want to tackle, and this probably on a regular basis, the character that I plan on playing in the next seasonal cycle of Diablo 4, the character that probably Rania will be playing in the next seasonal cycle of Diablo IV, and maybe an interesting build interaction, or something like that once the game launches. We'll see. It's a little bit up in the air, but I'm ready to start the ride.